Once again, your friend Sizwe, I want to welcome you to another episode of What They Do. Hey yo, once again, your friend Sizwe, and we in sunny Trinidad. Yeah? What they do. You know what they do. What they do is a place where we say what's up, what's poppin', what's going on. And here today, we say what they do Trinidad. Yo, we sponsored by JJ Smokehouse. We inside, it's lovely inside. And I can't wait to show you what we have for you today. Real artists, real vibes, real everything. Once again, what they do. Now you know what they do. What they do is a place where we say what's up, what's poppin', what's going on. It's a Miami slang. But today, we're in Trinidad and we say, where's the scene? Where's the scene? I got another best guest in the building, all the way from New York City. He goes by the name of Jason Benn. He is the boat ride king. Hey yo, Mr. Benn.
The boss.
What they do? I mean, where's the scene?
Where's the scene?
How you doing, man?
Everything good.
Everything is good?
Happy to be in Trinidad.
Yeah.
Happy to be on your show.
Man, thank you.
Come on.
Jason Benn is known as the boat ride king. This is take 2, right? So let's try to go through the boat ride king. You're a boat ride king, promoter, businessman.
Yeah.
Right? What else?
Songwriter. Artist, and also known as the cultural ambassador.
Cultural ambassador.
Right?
Yeah.
So I guess
out of Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this boat ride king and how you were able to coin that and make that part of your persona.
Came from writing and performing the boat ride anthem itself. All right, which was a song I did, in the middle of Carnival here. Wasn't getting the airplay that I wanted to get, with whatever songs I had that specific year. And I was very frustrated. And I said, look, you know what? Forget Trinidad, I'm done. I want to write something for when I go back to New York. And at the time, boat ride songs, boat rides itself, very big in New York, very big in Canada, all over North America. And at the time, believe it or not, boat rides was not that popular here in Trinidad. From what my parents told me, they used to have a boat called the Jolly Rogers that came over the years and had expired. And Harbour Master and those boats was not actually operating at that time.
It was nothing.
Right. So when I wrote the boat ride song, it was in the middle of Carnival. I believe it was like a Carnival Saturday. And I literally, when I wrote the song, I booked my ticket. I think I was supposed to go back a few days after. I left Carnival Tuesday. So when everybody was in town, I was on a plane back to New York, excited, but sat down and wrote, oh yo, we on the boat and we having fun, start to wine. Hey. And I was all excited about that. I called a guy at the time called CJ. I remember I said, CJ, what do you think about this song? And when I sang it to him, when I sang it to him on the phone, his exact words was, brother man, that is a hit. So after he told me that, straight up the road, and so said, so done, it really ended up. But it was good. After I headed back to New York, I called Pelf at the time. Pelf wasn't known as a big singer, but Pelf was very popular in Brooklyn. He used to do a lot of bus rides at the point in time. Everybody know Pelf. Pelf is naturally a clown man. So when I called Pelf, did the same thing, sang the song on the phone, and he was like, yo, come and check me. So I went and I checked Pelf, we went over the song. We hooked up with a Bajan producer at the time called Malcolm Lithcott was his name. We went there and we recorded the song. And from the minute it was released first on WLIB. People like Bob Fredericks, Ian the Goose Eligon, David Levy. They were the people that were basically running the West Indian side of the WLIB at that time. And the song was on rotation. The program manager was a guy called Lamont, Rich Lamont. Rich Lamont. He put the tune in rotation and the song just took off.
I'm a stickler for some things that I think are staples, right, in the culture, right? So, for instance, I find there's Juve music, right? There's music for Juve, right? And I also find that there's music for boat ride.
Correct.
Right? But I find today that some of these rules, they come like a tuxedo. Right? A tuxedo, you need to have a satin stripe on down the side, your lapels have satin, and maybe a shiny shoe, right? That's tuxedo, right? And for me, boat ride is the same kind of thing. They are boat ride music, right? Would you agree?
Yes, there are certain songs that definitely must play on a boat. Definitely. When you're talking the original All Aboard, Tony Prescott. All Aboard. That was the biggest boat ride song. And then there was a lull between his song and when I came with my song. Like a little 10-year gap in between that.
Yeah.
So when I hit with that, it was right in the perfect timing.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Mr. Ben, I don't know if you remember, but I remember when I first met you ever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
good. It was a good experience.
It was bad for me. Right? I'll tell you why. It was very bad for me. At the time, Miami used to have this Calypso Soca Monarch show.
Yes.
Right? Competition.
Yes.
Right? So I entered this show in 1998, 1999, somewhere around there. Right? And
I feel like I know where you're going.
I'm young, I'm hype, right? Are you ready to, I feel like I have something, And this guy came in and live band and we had a practice and this guy comes in here and he just commanded, like, I know what I'm doing, right? He had on a pair of Air Force Ones, I'll never forget, right? Clean, white. Right? He just took the life out of me because I said I had to come behind this guy. Right? So bad for me in the sense that I wasn't ready then. Right? And it made me realize then that maybe you ain't ready. Right? And to make it worse, I think that year you came first.
Yeah, I won.
You won.
The minute you said Miami thing, I was like, I won that competition.
You won that competition.
Saga Boys International. I still have trophies big. Ah, man.
You won. How big was the trophy?
Take a picture and send it to you. The picture was, the trophy was about this size. Yeah.
So I performed in that show with, who's known now as Just Now. Right? Keshav.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We sang together on that stage. And you came first. And we came last. Last. Maybe if it was 20 artists, we came 21. Right? Because we was horrible. Right? So, again, my experience wasn't good for me. Right? However, you see, and in the moment, not good, but there are lessons that were learned.
Of course.
Right? And so you are instrumental in my success today musically. Right, where me as an artist, I can always look back to a point in my career where this guy, right, was professional, commanded the appropriate amount of attention. I ain't business, I ain't playing around here, right? And I need my thing to sound a particular way, and I think that lesson is often missed from other people. Right? Or people don't have that opportunity to get that. You didn't know you was teaching me anything. Matter of fact, you didn't even know that I was that guy. Right? Who was hanging out there. Right? I tell you no. You know what I'm saying? And so I have to say thank you, right, for being who you are then and who you are now.
That means a lot, trust me.
Man. Let me ask you, Soca today, right? When you're creating your Soca, I know you released a big power record a couple months ago. Yeah,
right? I did a Juve song,
record, right?
Dutty Fete, yeah.
Soca where it is today, do you find that you are still able to compete in this space? Are you competing, or are you just doing what it is that you do?
That's a good question. I'm not even sure if I'm competing. I love music. Music is still something very much, in me. I even love the competition part of music. I used to enjoy beating people bad. You know what I mean? But even as Yeah, big, real big. But seriously, I actually started doing calypso first.
Okay.
And that's why it was kind of, easy, but not easy to transition from the calypso to the soca. But when I was doing calypso, I was the NCC most promising calypsonian 1 year. I won the Arima Calypso Monarch, the Sanwa, and the Santa Cruz in 1 year. All right? So, that was always in me. Me being transforming into soca through the boat ride song. Then I had a Miami Carnival anthem. I did a lot of songs around that time. Before I even got to Destra's song, because a lot of people don't know that I wrote Destra's song.
Okay.
Boy, bring the wine, don't waste my time, come test my wine, I dare you.
Wow.
That was written by me.
Okay.
So before I got into the whole soca thing, honestly, I always saw it as something that I could do, would do, but for the love first. All right? And for now, I throw out a song whenever I feel like it. I'm not dependent on it anymore.
Yeah.
I could not be dependent on soca anymore. I probably would have been in jail because it's frustrating.
Okay.
I could see that for soca artists that are doing this every year, it is frustrating. Because when you know that you've created great material, and it's just not getting the airplay it's supposed to get, it can be very frustrating.
Is it harder to make music outside of Trinidad, like coming from New York, let's say, and coming into Trinidad? Is it harder for that artist, or is the fight relatively the same?
It is the same. You do get a fight outside as well, but the difference is anytime you bust outside, automatically now you have the opportunity of it coming wrong in full circle and busting here in Trinidad for you. And when it busts in Trinidad, well, now you're going clear after that. So you actually get 2 years out of a big hit, where the Trinidad market is concerned. If you bust outside, you might run the New York, Miami, that thing come wrong, and then once you bust in Trinidad now you open up to the entire rest of the year. All right? So Muddy and them, what they thought they experienced last year, they're actually going to get more of this year. So that's a nice thing about when it comes full circle. But I'm doing it for the love, but I'm still gonna come with tunes that I feel could compete.
When I do my music, and I've built relationships, and some people might say, "Sis, we are looking for a New York soca, New York vibe," right? Do you think that's a real thing? Like, there's a style of soca that is born and bred in Brooklyn.
Yes and no. Yes, because where Brooklyn is concerned, when we do a tune, it's not specifically for the Carnival. So it makes it a little bit more marketable. Your topics could be more open because you're not necessarily trying to score for Labor Day. You understand what I'm saying? So it opens it up a bit, and the song is a different song. The catch now is to make that song attractive not just in New York, but in every other market. So that is a little
Well, now, like, out of New York, we have producers like Boogie, right? Who, to me, are making waves, not just in the States, but the music is kind of transcending. It's like
yes, definitely.
Men want a Boogie style or that type of soca record, which I would say has a lot of New York influence to me. GBM, yeah.
Very much
Same
so.
thing, yeah.
Same thing. Yeah, very much so.
I think it's, so you think it is a real thing?
It is a real thing.
Yeah.
It is a real thing. It is a real thing. I love GB and GBM style. Yeah.
You know GBM?
I know GBM very well.
You know GB and GBM?
GB and I went to primary school together. So that's my primary school friend. I'm still very much close with them through Ramage. Because I used to do mass as well too. So I had sections, my own section in Ramage for like 3-4 years
I want
straight.
to talk about that. But before we get there, I want to say, I talked to GB, right? And I'm a guy, man. I need you to talk to GB and say, hey, Sizwe, what they do. Because GB know me.
Yeah.
Right? I need GB. All right, good. Listen, where soca is today, right? We have a lot of new, fresh talent. And I think some of this talent can really take can really that frown on saying global, because I think the music is global. We have people representation all over the world, but elevated to another level, right?
Definitely.
Do you think that this new brand of soca promoters, soca ambassadors, such as yourself, but these newer guys are the ones that's going to be able to take this brand, this music, this thing that we love, to this next level?
It's possible, but a lot of things had to change.
Okay, like?
Unity first have to happen. We had to stop looking at it as, well, if you get a break for you, then you hush hush and you good because it's working for you, right? It still needs to work for us collectively, right? And I feel that will give us a better chance on the outside market. We also had to stop stifling a lot of artists and a lot of music right here in Trinidad.
So you feel like
That
there's
would
a
help
big stifling going on?
Oh yeah, plenty stifling. Too much great artists. Look, you know, I mean, I don't know at what time this will be showing, but Pretty.
Yeah.
Excellent artist. Great vocals, great songwriter, great performer. And even before Pretty, we could talk about Show in Winchester. Ain't nobody got better vocals and performance than Show in Winchester.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we could go further back. We could talk about Roger George. Right?
Another good friend of mine.
Vocals crazy. Roger George could sing like Whitney Houston.
Yeah, yeah.
And Mariah Carey.
Yeah, at any given moment.
Yeah. So these are some of the talents that have come true, you know, and for some reason, I don't know what it is. These is not
Could
the
it just
ones.
simply be a timing and it just wasn't their time?
Yeah.
Or is it more likely that
I feel the market didn't open up yet for them. The market didn't open up yet for them at that time. Yeah, Sean Carruth.
Sean Carruth.
Bad vocalist too. You know, these is guys that I, you know, either saw at some time or when I just started singing, saw them and was able to, you know, learn from them too, you know, so.
Yeah, I think you have a Sean Carruth type of vibe too. You know? Yeah.
Nah, Sean bad.
He bad.
He bad.
So back to the question, it can happen, but you think that there are some staple or some real focus that need an attention on certain aspects before that can happen?
Definitely.
Yeah, we had an episode with Happy and we talked about bouillon.
I saw that interview.
Yeah, what do you think?
Definitely. Bouillon has a new trend, a new wave, and I think bouillon music is definitely something or a genre that can take us in one direction, but I don't think bouillon could do it by itself. So that's the only thing, but I am impressed with Asa Banton and Pompa and these guys, you know. The music fresh, the music lively. I never forgot the first Uber Soca cruise I ever went on. I didn't know about Pompa and them. I didn't.
Pompa from the VI.
From Virgin Islands,
Yeah.
I didn't. And it's only when they say, anybody from the Virgin Islands? And I realized half the boat was from the Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
And somebody turned and told me, yo, watch and see what happened in Pompa, come on. Pompa is like the Marshall in VI.
Yeah.
And when that man come on the stage, the man flattened the boat.
Yeah.
Flattened, and I was like, wow.
You know that Pompa, with all that energy he has, he don't drink, he don't do nothing. Nothing. That dude is clean.
Wow.
Like he and when he's by himself, right? Like when you're with him, he's quiet and very, you know, you would never know that guy is the guy sitting on next to you.
Until they call your name on stage.
Yeah. He's like,
and then the violence starts.
yeah. There's a few artists that I think that I would never perform after. There's only a few, and Pompa is definitely one.
One of them.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I talked about the bouillon thing because, I mean, it's a topic. Even here in Trinidad this year, in the Carnival, it was bouillon and jab, right? Like just kind of running the Carnival circuit, which is something that I don't think I've really ever seen before, right? I think that Trinidad has kind of always been leading in the soca, quote unquote soca. I know bouillon is not soca. I don't want that problem, but now it seems like. They have come in and made a home within.
Made a little space for themselves.
Made a space for themselves.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I would say the jab more than even the bouillon this year. But and besides that, if you want to give us the credit, I would say groovy soca definitely took over this carnival too.
But the groovy thing has I don't know if the groovy thing is a problem for the Trinidad soca and why we haven't been able to come out of like the power. I mean, come out of the groovy. Right? Like it just seems like we want to stay here, and now that gave room for this space for the people, right? Because on that road, the people, that job thing, have them.
You want me to tell you why?
Yeah.
Let me tell you why. In my opinion, one of the main problems, this is another thing that needs to be fixed. You see, when we stopped doing Soca Monarch, that is where the problem started. Because you see now, remember, Soca Monarch was always originally power. It used to be when you hearing that Super Blue coming up next.
Yeah.
Or whoever coming up next.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Ronnie. That crowd, the energy. The energy of Soca Monarch. Every artist used to want to be in Soca Monarch finals. That was a real thing. Then as the years went by, they decided to make it, okay, groovy and power.
Right.
All right? So I think by us not doing Soca Monarch anymore, it took away the thrill, I think, for a lot of artists here in Trinidad to even want to be bothered with a fast song now, because your chances of hitting with a fast song sometimes is not as, prominent as maybe a groovy that could more sit back with the people and, and soak in. And then where you're going to go with that power if, no Soca Monarch.
Yeah.
So now we're fighting for a road match.
Yeah.
And we already know how the road match race.
How do we get some of that back, right? Like, do we just jump on the jab wave, or do we start to make bouillon-like records, or do we create a lane again, or is it not even necessary?
I just think we need to focus on our own thing in Trinidad again. I think we need to get back Soca Monarch. That's one of the first things we need to do. Get back Soca Monarch.
But is there that space for Soca Monarch? Like, does the ground really say, yeah, boy, we miss the Soca Monarch? Or do they even know?
I think they are caring less and less now, because we are allowing too much time to go by. So now people getting accustomed to any and everything else. So that is just life. But I think that still is a major, major problem. And then if we also gonna open it up to, okay, road match, then let me really open it up. Let me make sure that these power songs now could get a better platform, that it don't have to be 2 or 3 artists every year.
Yeah.
So it may be.
I can remember Road March just being the most popular record.
Yeah.
It was just whatever record it was that was the most popular.
Most popular.
Right? Yeah. That just played the most, and that's what the people. Today it seems like there's a select 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's what we're going with. And I even saw Barry on a truck, I think with Tribe, saying we're gonna play one of these records to the crowd. Who wants this one? Raise your hand or make some noise.
I saw that.
Right? And I mean, I don't know how I felt about that. Right? Like, I don't.
Well, I think in that case, he was just doing what he already realized, that there's only, at that time now, you only really had 4 tunes to pick from.
Okay.
So now you say, okay, you tell the crowd that, and you play each song of the 4 to see which one they respond to or they like the most. But by that time, remember the race done gone, eh?
Yeah.
This race starts since October, November. So if certain things wasn't happening all along in the last couple months, by now you on the road. That race done gone, is fortune, and that is it.
That is it, yeah.
So
now to the mass.
Yeah.
I'm a mass baby too. But I understand you said that you had a mass band.
I had I wouldn't say a mass band, but I had what we call a section.
Okay.
I was a section leader.
Okay.
But when I did start mass, I started with Sesame Flyers.
Okay.
And then from Sesame Flyers, I went to Freaks Mass. I did some good years with Freaks Mass. With my partner at the time, we formed Elite Mass Designs. So Freaks Mass was, and then one year I wanted a change, and GB, like I say, is a primary school friend. And I called GB, I said, GB, I ready to come over to Ramaje. He said, well, Jason Benn, them girls and them must really take care of that. Them is the bosses. He said, but let me talk to them. I'm gonna get back to you. And so said, so done. GB hit me back and he said, Don't worry yourself. You're going to get the call just now. But you're inside.
Man.
And then we moved over to Ramajé.
Okay.
And that, I think, was a great move for me. At that time, we had done enough with Freaks at the time. They gave us that first coming to Miami and all of that. But even as a sportsman, when you're ready to go to the next level. And I think that's what Ramajé did for me at that time, yeah. So I did some good years by Ramajé as well too. And
How do you feel about the mass production today?
Mass production today, certain things have evolved, certain things have become more advanced. But the mass is concerned, because I know it from the real inside, I know a lot of these costumes still coming from China. I know how it's made, I know who it's made from, I know the prices, and then I know what it becomes when it gets down here. So, so in that sense, nothing really changed where that is concerned. Yes, every year you might see a particular style in a wire bra, or you might see a particular style in a backpack, and I'll say, ooh, no, that's nice, or that's new, So, yeah, definitely there are some things that have evolved.
Daddy used to be with Hawks in Montreal, right? He was a Hawks man, right? And so the mass camp was in our garage in Canada, right? Ooh. And I remember what it smelled like, or what it felt like, to glue the costume.
Yeah,
right?
glue gun. Yeah.
Glue gun and glue stick. Like it had a yellow glue, and you could you used to paint that glue, right? And bending wire and And so sometimes when people are making masks, right, and I know that nobody bent that wire, at least nobody here bent it, right, or nobody here glued this costume together, right? It upsets me a little.
Upsets you a bit,
right? Because there's something about
it being made like that.
The mass camp and
right.
it being there, and if you reach in to pick up your costume and it ain't right,
you're supposed to fix it on the spot.
On the spot, easy work, right? Like,
right.
I know today you could go and maybe they could fix the bra, or fix something and make it they have bigger size, but to fix a costume, right? To make in the mass camp. There's something about that is part of the experience, right? And for it to be gone, just mass collection day, and here's your box.
Well, I'll tell you. So here what happens. That part of it actually happens in the making of the prototypes. So first what you would do is you would actually do exactly what you said. You're sticking all the stones, you're bending your wire, everything. When you create that prototype, that is now what they would take and send off to China, and then they basically replicate that. Now, the good thing about it though is, I must say, it's a cleaner finish though. I must say that. Because like we said, everything evolves, right? So when you would have seen the little glue get hard and stay on the costume now, when you get that, it's in a clear plastic, ready to be given to the customer. But they still do work on, don't get me wrong, wire bras, backpacks, headpieces, all of those stuff is still being done. Right, though that's still being done at the mass camps. People are bending wire all the time. People are making their own backpacks all the time. So yeah, it does happen.
It does happen. So I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does happen.
Yeah.
And I have fixed girls' bra, it's not fitting right, and sometimes they feel the bra would break, but it's actually wire, so sometimes you just have to, cuff it from below thing, and when you bring it in.
That's your favorite part.
Yeah.
Look like you know you do it.
Yeah. They come to me, and I'm just helping them as a section leader.
Jason Benn.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah. May happen to have to squeeze here, squeeze there, but
make it fit.
Yeah.
So along the line of this conversation, then there's this also kind of, what at least from what I've heard, is some of the masks or all the masks looks the same. Right? It's feathers, it's a blue feathers, or it's a yellow feathers, a high pink, a highlighter green. Like it's just a different variation. Have you lost the storytelling? Right. Part of of Carnival is this idea that we put out this band and we're telling a story this year, right? And this story might be, I don't know, sailor or Native American or whatever, right? And then that is depicted, and you could see that is what it is.
That's where it came from.
That's where it came from. I don't know if that's what we're seeing today.
No.
Right?
So in that sense, you are very correct.
Okay.
I must say, only in some of the older style bands, let's say the older bands that still exist now, we could see that storytelling in their costume, in the way they present it when they go on stage, the story they might tell, before the king or the queen comes on and before each section comes on. Sometimes you could see where the history came from and where the person took their time to develop that concept. But let me face it, in the young people bands now,
They don't
every
care?
year you just change the color. You go have a red section, you go have a blue section, you go have a green section, you go have a yellow section, and you already know that every year.
Is that a problem?
It really don't change.
Is it a problem?
Right? This year the bra might go so, next year they might bring the bra to come from so. It really is the same thing.
Okay, but is it a problem?
Well, something is only a problem if people make it a problem, and if nobody don't really talk about it enough.
Can you appreciate what it is without really understanding where it came from? Can you because I don't know, I don't want to rant. Right?
Do people care about history anymore? Like, let me be real. Do they really care? I don't think they care. I think with music, I think with mass, with pan, with all of these things, they care about what it has become now. And whatever that product is now is what they're happy with. They don't care about we doing this and this. But this is why this is important though, so that they could learn something along the way. But people don't care. They care in the finished product. That's it. So that is what we promoted now, the finished product, the now product. So
I think it's sad.
it is.
But because there's, there's something about going on the road, right, and hearing that music, right, depicting a certain thing, and living through it in that moment, right, and not knowing that. I don't know how we could have fun. I mean, I guess they're having fun, right? But I don't know if I could have fun. I don't. We was on the road. I mean, we had a good time.
Right, we had a good time.
I don't know. I don't know what mass we was playing. I really don't. I have no. She was playing a feather something, and I had on a diamonds, a blue, and
Sometimes the name have nothing to do with the particular costume.
Wow.
It don't even look like it connected.
Yeah.
You ever see some music videos where the music video have nothing to do with the song,
yeah.
but the quality of it is excellent. So we run with that. With no connection of the two. And we run with that. And we say, oh, good, that video wicked. And the video have nothing to do with the song. So.
This is. I hear you. My friend Striker would say, "It is what it is," and Sizwe, don't get tied up with that. Just try to enjoy yourself the best you can. But I can't. I find it hard. I just be like, do you know why we're here and what we're doing and what this means? Right? And don't you think that you should want to know? But I guess I'm the only one who feels that way. Mr. Ben, what else? Hoppy came on and said, I asked him, we have anything to give, like any ideas to pass on to an up-and-coming soca artist, right? And he said, keep your day job. Pretty said, yeah, damn right. Right? Is he correct?
I saw that video and I died laughing.
Yeah.
But it was so much the truth. It is the truth. At the end of the day, I mean, a lot of people did it and left their jobs, and some may have been successful, some may not have been, but I think you need to have something to fall back on. You definitely do. Especially with the politics of this, because I don't know how I would have been able to invest in, I mean, when I was singing, it was, you had a calypso, and you had a soca. That was it. Right? You could imagine putting out 6 songs, 7 songs for the carnival, and then, they play, some play here, some play there.
Or none play.
Or none play.
Yeah.
And then the season done, and then you do what? You sit down to write to get ready for next year, hoping for the same thing you was hoping for this year. I don't know if I could do that, boy. Nah, boy. Nah.
As far as performance-wise, or even just culture-wise, is there a best carnival outside of Trinidad?
Outside of Trinidad?
Yeah.
Nah.
There's none?
Nah.
There's no carnival that's better than the other?
Nah.
No.
With the elements that we put forth, and with our music and our culture and everything.
So all the carnivals that are outside, right? So let's say Toronto, Caribana, Labor Day, Miami Carnival, Notting Hill, are they, in your eyes, at the same level? None better than the other?
Nowhere near to Trinidad.
Nah, cool, but we said outside of Trinidad, right? Other than Trinidad, right? Is there a carnival that is better than the other?
I'm hearing London. I'm hearing Notting Hill. I'm hearing that. For me, the Miami, the New York, the Atlanta, to me.
Same thing. So you're saying, so Notting Hill is one of the ones?
I've been hearing Notting Hill, and definitely from experience, Grenada.
Okay.
I've been to Grenada 2 years straight.
Okay.
And Grenada is a different place when it comes to carnival.
So is it carnival, or is it jab, or is it a combination of the two?
It's a combination of the two, but I would definitely say it's sided towards jab. You can't go Grenada and not experience the jab. And just to mention Soca Monarch too, that reminded me of what Trinidad Soca Monarch used to be like 15, 20 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, the energy. So that's where a lot of the artists that are very popular right now, from Grenada Carnival, that's where a lot of them came out of. Soca Monarch.
Soca Monarch.
Yeah. That's the ideal hype, to build them.
I haven't been, but I'm encouraged to go. But you know what I think? I just want to go experience where all of our people are, right? Where they are and what they do, right? I think that because I think it's mine too. So now we've traveled. We talked about you in New York and New York Carnival and your experience there, and then we also talked about you coming to my city and taking over and not giving any opportunity to me.
You're gonna let me live that down, all right?
No. I'm grateful for it. This circuit, right? Like I tell some people that the music, in order for it to bust, it needs to. Outside of Carnival, outside of Trinidad, it needs to come out and then maybe go New York, Toronto. Is it Toronto? Then New York? It's Toronto, New York, then Miami. Is that truly the circuit if you want your music to bust outside of...
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
The impact that those places have on the industry is a real one, I guess. And because I've had this conversation where we've asked, do you need to bust in Trinidad anymore, right? Do you need to bust in Trinidad anymore as it relates to a hit record outside?
No, there are a couple tunes that honestly bust elsewhere, especially in the last 5 years, and they were able to run the circle without, whether they were in Trinidad or not, So yeah, that does exist. As a matter of fact, that's my theory even for me now. I'm going to release 2-3 tracks this year, and my emphasis is not going to be on Trinidad. It's going to be on busting in New York, Toronto, Miami, try and do that whole circle. And if I get lucky with one or so that come through to Trinidad, fine. If I don't, I still think I have the power to be able to just run within the other islands and run within the other states. And I think I'll
What's your process in writing records? Or in the studio, like, are you rhythm driven? Or is it just come to your mind and you could write outside of a rhythm?
Yeah, I can write outside of a rhythm. So the lyrics and the melody come to me one time, So when I write, it's with the melody already in mind. I have written to a couple rhythms already, but for me, I think I rather the creativity to start from my own melody and where I was already going, as opposed to when you do hear certain rhythms, sometimes it does give you the lyrics, but that might not be what I wanted to sing anyway.
Okay.
But that's just where the music sent you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So different ways people write.
So there's a couple types of songs that I'm looking for in life. One is I think I need a birthday song because I think you score no matter what. Because I need one of those, and I need a boat ride. So when you get a chance.
Well, I owe you now. I owe you. I actually owe you based on.
No, you paid me.
That,
you paid me 10 times fold because, as I said, right.
You learned from the experience.
I learned from that, right? And it was no diss me, right? I learned how to carry myself in that timing. You know what I'm saying? And so no, you paid. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take the payment.
Right. No. Because we're on something this year actually. I want to explore all different angles again this year. I want to start back writing for artists this way, this year as well too. I would pretty say that too. That's something I really want to start back doing. Not just for myself, but other artists. I want to do a lot of combinations too. Because I believe in the unity thing. I feel like a hit could come from any combination. Me and you could come together and do a track and timing.
Collaboration.
Topic, timing, and that could just bust. So why not?
I started a new thing on the podcast, and that was to ask my last guest to deliver a question to my new guest, right? And so my last guest, and he says, do they believe the mafia is greater than destiny? Do you believe that the mafia, whatever mafia it is greater than destiny itself?
No, I think while the mafia does play a big role, I feel like eventually destiny is going to give you that hit or that space or that opportunity that you were looking for. It's really about your resilience, your patience, if you're willing to wait till that time comes. But I think it could happen just from destiny. It would be a whole lot easier if the mafia was not, there. But yeah.
Is the mafia there?
Very much so. Yeah, very much so. And this is from years of experience. This is from me taking my music to radio stations. I can't talk to the program director. I can't get an interview. But I told this joke at time. I remember I went to a specific radio station, and while I there begging for them to call the program director, 2 artists came in, hailed me out, pressed the code on the door, and went upstairs. And that really startled me and kind of made me feel like, damn, because I hear my tune may never play, but just the fact that these artists were so good with that specific radio station, and these were not guys that was working there. These were just artists at the time.
Is the mafia a guy in the sky? Is it a guy in a closet somewhere? Is it like this guy's pulling strings? Like, who is this mafia guy?
Yeah, that has been a burning question. People say not mafia, maybe you want to call it gatekeeping, maybe it's just the people that are on top, making sure that they stay on top. I mean, sometimes I wonder if I was there too, I might have just been comfortable too. And maybe I may not have, it may not have bothered me that others not, who knows?
Yeah.
But I still feel, I believe though in, if you help others, I feel like your blessing will come even stronger, So maybe the fight that you're fighting to stay on top, you will last even longer when you bless others to come up too. So that is just my thing. So yeah, definitely.
So with my last guest, I'll ask you the same thing. My next guest doesn't know who you are, but I would like for you to pose a question to my next guest so that they can answer something from you.
I could do that.
What's the question?
I would simply ask them if they are, and it's an artist coming, right? It's an artist.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't even know?
No.
Ooh, okay. I would basically then ask, who is the most influential person in what you chose and why?
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is the most influential person that you who is the most influential person
in the area in which they are in?
In the area that you're in,
right?
And
let's
why?
say it's a panist, let's say it's Calypsonian, let's say it's a mass person that you bring in.
Okay.
You know, who influenced you and why?
We didn't talk about your promotion. So before we go, you as a promoter, what is it that you're bringing? What makes your events, and I know they do well, your events do really well, what makes your events stand out and are different and that people want to go to your events as opposed to Joe's down the block?
Quality. You try to always try to deliver on what you promise. I do some events that you're gonna pay $50, $60 for a ticket, like Baywatch. It may start off at 30. Eventually it's gonna get all the way up there. And then I have some events that I say free with invites before 1 a.m. And I'm one of those promoters that, and I've seen people do it, and I would never do it. I've seen promoters see the long line outside and say, nah boy, I'm gonna make my money tonight. So they tell security, hold up, because you're trying to get those people to pay. I will come outside and tell security, what the hell are you doing? Let these people inside. And I letting them come in. Now, because I see the line, you're not free till 1. I go in and tell my door staff, get them until 1:15 to give them extra time to come in because I see the long line. And I think a lot of people have, over the years, respected me for that. So I think that's one of the things that has given me the longevity as a promoter all these years. I have people now who, daughters and sons, come into my events now, and their mother and their father used to be on my boat or at my events. And just seeing that I could still be around to see that transition now is crazy to me.
And so your marquee events are?
I have Baywatch, which is basically, I call it the biggest, sexiest day fete of the summer. This year the theme, I believe, is mums and mermaids, right? And Baywatch, I would say, is a major one. Snowstorm, which I just had before I came to Trinidad, right? That was just a concept born over the fact that we're in New York and you're guaranteed to have a snowstorm at some point.
And you just had one too.
Yeah. So it's called the ultimate winter concept.
Okay.
So I would say those are my 2 biggest events, and I actually do something for my birthday as well called Legendary. And what I do for that specific event is, I find when I was coming up in the thing, it had nobody that was awarding me or saying, well, look, let me give Jason Benn an award for his contribution in the culture and stuff. So what I do at that specific event, I honor best male DJ of the year, best female DJ, best mic man, upcoming promoter, best bartender, hookah company, everything. And you won't believe they take that so serious, boy. The voting and the who in their feelings, because they figure they have the best team and the best. But it's nice because it gives me the opportunity to honor others when I was not honored. You know what I mean? So
big deal.
Yeah.
We have a segment on this show called Bring the Headphones, right? What we do is we try to get our artists to come in and to give them a little promo for whatever new song they want to do, whatever old song they want to do, and then to give the viewer something. So if I ask to bring the headphones, will you indulge me?
Bring the thing now, man.
Bring the headphones.
All right.
Juve, Dutty King.
Hey.
Listen, tell them no tables, tell them no hookah. Bring out the paint and powder. This ain't no pretty boy fete. This is a dirty fete. This is a messy fete. This is a dirty fete. This ain't no pretty girl fete. This is a dirty fete. This is a messy fete. This is a dirty fete. All I want to see is paint and powder, water, bumpers. We act like we from Grenada. All I want to see is paint and powder, water, bumpers. Act like we from Grenada. Hey, the other way no weave. Leave it home, them designer clothes, leave it home. And if you know you have a boring friend, don't bother to bring them. This ain't no pretty boy fete. This is a dirty fete. This is a messy fete. This is a dirty fete. This ain't no pretty boy fete. This is a dirty fete. This is a messy fete. This is a dirty fete. All I want to see is paint and powder, water, bumpers. Act like we from Grenada. All I want to see is paint and powder, water, bumpers. Act like we from Grenada. Hey.
Jason Benn, I just want to thank you for coming, right? Giving me some of your time. I know that we've tried to get you on before, and it just couldn't happen, but I absolutely appreciate you. I think you're a living legend. I think that what you have to offer and what you've offered and given the community is something that needs to be in the book, right? Something I talk about is being in the book, you know, and you're definitely in the book, and I appreciate you, my brother.
I appreciate you as well. Thanks for having me on the program.
Easy.
Very, very informative. I enjoyed this very much.
All right, good,
Definitely.
nice. Thank you. All right, so this is What They Do with Mr. Jason Benn, the Boat Ride King, right? Don't forget, lock in, like, subscribe, all those things. I appreciate you. Once again,